nice warm. Well, I don't know. They didn't answer, so. And that's okay. That's alright. They don't have to answer. I'll take your silence as a yes. And, I was also thinking and wondering about what I might do this year. I don't really plan ahead. So I've been wondering, what's gonna happen? Who knows, right? It's too early to say, right? It's too early to say. And that's okay. I was wondering how people on the other side of the world are doing. Like, who knows? There's so many individual stories happening all at once, and we really only get to know our own. Isn't that interesting? I thought so. But I was staring up at the ceiling, and I was thinking about the mice, and then I thought about the fact that my ceiling is white. And I thought, why? Why didn't I do a fun color for the ceiling? I could do anything. But I chose boring old white. The ceiling in the kitchen is a different color. That's a fun color. Why isn't this room ceiling more fun, more spectacular? Then again, if the ceiling was a crazy or dramatic color, maybe I wouldn't really think about looking at anything else. Like, all of my things that I like to look at. I've got a whole wall full of things that I like to look at. Maybe one day we'll look at them together. Would you like that? Okay, well then I'll be sure to do it someday. And then I thought, well, Cosmo, what's stopping you from painting that ceiling anyway? I'm just lazy. And I don't like painting because it gets in my fur. And you don't know how hard it is to get paint out of your fur. It's very, very annoying, and it takes a long time. And I don't really want a semi-permanent color in my fur. I'm pretty happy with this color. I like my hot pink look. You know what I mean? But who knows, maybe I'll do it someday. I actually am so long. It feels weird to call something else my home. You know? But then they do say things like home is where the heart is, and I guess my heart is, well, wherever my friends and family are. That's home. And where all my plushies are. Yeah. Look at them all. Here, wait. You see them? Sorry, I had to duck my head down for you to see them. My hair looks ratty now. Still looks ratty. That's a bit better, I suppose. But, anyway. Those were some thoughts I was having for sure. Yeah. I also thought about how cool it would be to be able to snap your fingers and teleport to anywhere you wanted to go in the world. I can't wait to do more traveling, and I'm actually going to be traveling later this year. I'm going to be going to Italy for the first time later this year, which is the first time I've ever traveled out of the US, so that'll be amazing. But I have to get tickets, and then the whole airport is a nightmare. And then we fly there, and it takes a long time, and sometimes I wish I could just, I can't snap. But, you get the idea. And then, poof, there I'd be. And I could see what was going on in all parts of the world. All parts of this world. Because there's so many things happening. And we're all so focused on our own little stories that we forget there's so many other things to watch. Our little soap operas that we run for ourselves are interesting enough, but there's plenty of other ones to look at as well. And I enjoy that from time to time. Especially when I wonder about what those mice do up there in the ceiling. Like, is there just one family? Is there a small town? Maybe there's a mouse city up there. There's a whole city of them. Sometimes it sounds like that. I can hear them scurrying around from place to place. Maybe they're doing their own little jobs, or maybe they're running from something, or maybe they're off to the supermarket on the other side of my house. And it's strange because they don't come in here. I've never had a mouse in the house, but they're in my ceiling. I think that's awfully polite of them. I think it's polite that they take their place up there, but they don't come down here. So maybe they're a polite society of mice. I'd like to think so anyway. I'd so that you can grow